Most people go about trying to change their lives using willpower, but willpower is fighting the programming that's in your mind. And the programming is always going to win. It will beat you down eventually, and you'll fall back into those old patterns, into that comfort zone. You'll do the things that you said you didn't want to do, and then you'll beat yourself up over the fact that you failed. And you get into this perpetual cycle of negativity, which further fuels your downward spiral. And it's all because of using the wrong systems and wrong frameworks about improving your life, about changing who you are. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your patterns. That's a quote by James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, meaning that just because you set a goal, most likely you're not going to rise to that goal. You're going to fall back to who you are, who you believe who you are. So we have to go about changing our identity, and we're going to go down those steps of how to actually do that. All of your habits, especially your bad habits, follow a very predictable pattern. There is a cue, then there is a craving, then there is an action, and then there's a reward. Usually the reward isn't actually a reward, it's more of a temporary reward. The easiest thing you can do on the path to changing your identity and setting these goals, when that craving pops up, when you're about to do the wrong thing, is having a pattern interrupt and becoming almost like robotic. The moment you feel a certain craving or that you're about to make the wrong decision, you do this. It's like a robot. If this happens, then execute on this. For example, if you realize that you're about to grab for the phone, that impulse is about to overcome you, do 10 push-ups. Just break that pattern and get clear on your goals. These pattern interrupts create that clarity that we need. It's usually a lack of clarity that leads us to fall off of our goals. It's when our thoughts and our emotions are in a haze or being controlled by thoughts or emotions that we don't want there, that we fall into our old patterns. You've probably gotten familiar with the feelings that get you back into your old patterns. And the stronger that that pattern is instilled in you, the stronger of a pattern interrupt you're going to need to break out of this old habit. So it can go from push-ups to something like going and jumping into a cold shower to regain that clarity in your mind, to put you back onto the track of focusing on your goals and getting into those positive, clear emotions again. You can also use things like anchors. It's known as emotional anchoring, where you do something right before you're about to get into a state of focus or into that feeling of determination. My favorite thing is using a song or a particular genre of song, listening to the song and getting into that high vibe state. And my brain starts to attribute this song, these kinds of songs, with this state of focus and determination. So whenever I'm feeling that familiar state where I'm about to fall off the wagon, I can go back to that emotional anchoring of listening to a particular song and use that to my benefit of pushing me back into a clear thoughts, clear emotions again.